Hi guys, so I am here, I am back, I am making baby name videos again, and I am really excited to be here and to be doing baby name videos again because it's been a while and I really miss it. I miss talking to you guys about names, I miss making these videos. So I've decided to come back and start making videos again. I can't promise that they will be as frequent as they were before, just because my life is really busy right now, but I am going to come back and make videos as often as I can. And I thought, what better way to come back and start doing videos again than to do an updated favorite name video. And I should have done one of these in August since I was planning to do them every 6 months, and the last one I did was in February, but I wasn't making videos in August, so I'm just going to do one now. And I'm going to read you my top 10 names for girls and my top 10 names for boys, and I'll also tell you what my favorites were in February so you can see how they've changed, and some of them have changed quite a bit actually. So I'm going to get started with my top 10 favorite girls' names. At number 10 is a name that I started liking kind of recently, and that is Guinevere. And Guinevere is a beautiful Welsh name. It means white phantom, and of course Guinevere was a character in Arthurian legend. The reason that this is number 10 and isn't higher up on my list is because the character of Guinevere in Arthurian legend wasn't exactly the most faithful wife, so it's not the best association, but I still think that it is a beautiful name, and I would definitely consider using it as a middle name. In February, my 10th favorite name was Clementine. Number 9 on my list is one that I've loved for a very long time, and that is Octavia. Octavia is a Latin name that means 8th, and I've liked this name ever since I heard it in the TV series Rome. Back in February, my 9th favorite name was Laurence. Number 8 on my list is Silvia. Silvia is a beautiful name. It's a Latin name and it means of the forest. I prefer this spelling to the SY spelling. I just think it looks prettier. And back in February, my 8th favorite girl's name was Sybil. Number 7 on the list is Vivian. Vivian is a gorgeous name, I think. It's a Latin name that means alive. It makes me think of Vivian Leigh and old Hollywood glamour, so that's a positive thing. And back in February, my 7th favorite name was Sapphire. Number 6 on my list is Beatrix. Beatrix was my favorite name at one point in time. I've just found names that I love more since it was my favorite name, but it's still in my top 10, and it's a Latin name that means bringer of joy. I would definitely consider using this name if I had more than one daughter. And back in February, my 6th favorite name was Octavia. Number 5 is a completely new one to the list, and that is Israelle. And this is a form of the name Israel, which is a place name that means wrestled with God. It's a Hebrew name, obviously. And I just think this name is so spunky and cool, and it has the biblical association, but you could also use the really feminine nickname Elle. And back in February, my 5th favorite name was Beatrix. Number 4 on my list is another Welsh one, and that is Arianwen. I love this name. I think it is so beautiful. It means silver fair. And in February, my 4th favorite name was Elizabeth. Number 3 on my list is Evelina. My grandma's name is Evelyn, so I think this would be a wonderful way to honor her if I had a daughter and named her Evelina. And Evelina is an ancient Germanic name of unknown meaning. It possibly means desired. And in February, my 3rd favorite name was Arianwen. Number 2 on my list might surprise some of you. It is Antonia. Antonia is no longer my number 1 favorite name for girls. It's my 2nd favorite name now, although some days it's my 1st favorite name and I can't make up my mind over which is my favorite name, my first favorite name, or Antonia. Antonia is a Latin name that possibly means priceless, and back in February my second favorite name was Evelina. And my new number one favorite name is Elizabeth. Elizabeth is my mom's name, although she goes by Liz, and if I were to use this name, I would use the nickname Eliza. So Eliza and Liz are pretty different. I think you could get away with having a grandma and a granddaughter named Elizabeth if you use different nicknames. Elizabeth is a Hebrew name. It means God is my oath. I think it is absolutely stunning and timeless and classic and beautiful. And of course, back in February, my favorite name was Antonia. And some days my favorite name still is Antonia. I would definitely use a combination of Antonia and Elizabeth if I were to have a daughter now. So for boys, my list hasn't changed quite as much, I don't think, as my girls list has. At number 10 is Rafferty. Rafferty is an Irish name that means abundance. I just think this name is very, very cool. I love the nickname Raff. I can just picture it on a really, really cool guy who like rides a motorcycle or something. Back in February, my 10th favorite name was Gavriel. Number 9 on my list is Lazarus. Lazarus is a Hebrew name that means God has helped. There are two people in the Bible named Lazarus. They're both really, really positive people, and so I like that association, and I just think it sounds really cool. And in February, Lazarus was also my 9th favorite name. Number 8 on my list is Tiernan. Tiernan I think is so cool. It's another Irish name and it means little lord, and I just love the way it sounds. Back in February, my 8th favorite name was Gareth. Number 7 on my list is Kingsley. Kingsley was, I believe, my 5th favorite name for a very long time, so it's kind of dropped a little bit on my list, but it's still in my top 10. It's an English name and it means from the King's Meadow. Back in February, my 7th favorite name was Rafferty. Number 6 on my list is Gavriel. I love this name. It's a variant of the name Gabriel. I just think it's kind of more unique and different, obviously, than the name Gabriel. And it means God is my strength. It's a Hebrew name as well. And back in February, my 6th favorite name was Ambrose. Number 5 on my list is a new one, and that is Archer. And Archer is obviously a word name. It's an English occupation name. And in February, my 5th favorite name was Kingsley. Number 4 has not changed from February. It is still Zephyr. Zephyr is a name that I have loved for a long time. It's a Greek name and it means west wind. Number 3 hasn't changed either. It is still Jericho. Jericho, I think, is such a cool name. It's obviously the name of a city. It is an Arabic name that means city of the moon, and it's my brother's middle name, which is another reason I really like it. And in February, my 3rd favorite name was also Jericho. And my top 2 favorite boys' names have not changed either. Number 2 is still Caspian. Caspian means of the Caspi people. Of course, there's the Prince Caspian from Narnia Association, and then the Caspian Sea. So it's got some kind of cool associations. It has not changed since February. In February, my 2nd favorite name was Caspian. And then, of course, my all-time favorite boy's name, if I were to have a son, I would name him this, is Theodore. Theodore is a Greek name that means gift of God, and it's been my favorite boy's name ever since I started making YouTube videos, which was almost 2 years ago now. So it's been my favorite name for a long time. I definitely love this name. So I hope you guys enjoyed my updated favorite name video, and I hope that you are excited that I'm going to be making name videos again, because I am definitely excited about it. So thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you soon. Bye guys.